Hello and Jai in my dear superstars. Myself, your friend Navin Kodras. I welcome you all to this beautiful class. And in this session, I am going to teach you reported speech, how to change our exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. Once again, I repeat, how to change our exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. So, before starting this class, first let me tell what is exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences are those sentences which expresses a strong feelings or sudden emotions. Okay, the sentences which expresses a strong feelings and sudden emotions are called exclamatory sentences. Especially alas, hooray, wow, ouch. Okay, these kind of sentences are called as exclamatory sentences. So I will teach you the rules as well as some of the examples to change our sentences from direct to reported speech. First, let us learn the rules. Rule number 1, a reported verb. Okay, reported verb is claimed or regretted we use. Okay, for assertive sentences we use said, interrogative sentences we use asked, imperative sentences we use requested, demand, and for exclamatory sentences we use exclaimed. Okay, either exclaimed or regretted. Second, we can also say that exclaimed with the joy. For a happy feeling, for a sorrowful feeling, we can say regretted with the sorrow. Okay, exclaimed with the joy or regretted with sorrow. Or we can also use surprise, fear, effluted, cry out. Okay, this word also we can use. Mostly we will use either exclaimed or regretted. Okay. Now third rule, we remove exclamatory marks or exclamatory words or interjections, especially like alas, hooray, ouch, as well as certainly, ha. This kind of words we have to remove. Okay, not only exclamatory marks, we also remove exclamatory words. Also we use exclamatory sentences into assertive sentences. That is the last rule. So before that we use a conjunction that, just like assertive sentences. Okay, we use that as a linking verb to convert a sentence from direct to reported speech. Is it clear? First rule, the reporting verb we have to use either exclaimed or regretted, anyone. Second one, we remove exclamatory marks, all the punctuation as well as exclamatory words also. Also we remove interjection words also. Third, we use a conjunction that. Okay, that we use as a linking verb. Now let us take example. Okay, we deal one by one. Example. First, Laura. What an ill-natured old man. Okay, Laura, what an ill-natured old man. When we convert this particular sentence into reported speech, it becomes Laura exclaimed that he was an ill-natured old man. Okay, once again I repeat, Laura exclaimed. Exclaimed we used as a reporting verb, that we used as a conjunction. He was a very ill-natured old man. Okay, mostly we will use was, okay, as a linking verb. If there is no verb is given, we always use a past verb. Second one, captain said, hooray, we have won the match. Hooray, we have won the match. What type of feeling it is? Happy, joyful feeling. Is it? For a joyful feeling, what we use? Exclaimed. Either exclaimed with the joy or we can direct write exclaimed. Let us see. Captain exclaimed with the joy that they had won the match. Why had here? Because have. Okay, present perfect tense always changes into past perfect tense. That's the reason I have used had. Okay, they had won the match. The tenses, pronoun, the rules always remain as the same for all type of sentences. Next, Mohan said, alas, we lost the match. For a joyful feeling, what we use? Exclaimed with the joy, but it is a sorrowful feeling. Is it a sad feeling? For a sad feeling, what we have to use? Regretted. Either we can say regretted, we can also say that regretted with sorrow. Mohan regretted with sorrow that they had lost the match. Okay, why had lost? Because we lost. What type of tense it is? Simple past tense. Simple past tense always changes into past perfect tense. Once again I say, Mohan regretted with sorrow that they had lost the match. We can also write directly, Mohan regretted that they had lost the match. Why it is there? Because we, okay. The first person plural always changes into third person plural. Next, the girl said, what a pleasant day, let's go for a picnic. The girl said, what a pleasant day, let's go for a picnic. Here two sentences are there, just to see, what a pleasant day. What a pleasant day. Second is a let sentence. Let's go for a picnic. Two sentences are there. Let sentence is always considered as a imperative sentence. Okay, two sentences. One is exclamatory sentence is there. Second one is a imperative sentences. Let us see how to change this particular sentence into indirect speech. The girl exclaimed with the joy that it was a pleasant day. Okay, what a pleasant day changes into it was a pleasant day. I said exclamatory sentence changes into assertive sentence. It was a pleasant day. And proposed a let sentence, or proposed to go for a picnic. In my next video I am going to teach you how to change a let sentences from direct to indirect speech. Is it okay? Let's go for a picnic. Here two sentences are the first one is, the girl exclaimed with joy that it was a pleasant day and proposed to go for a picnic. Next, Mr. Ram said, how cute the baby looks in this dress. Mr. Ram said, how cute the baby looks in this dress. It is an exclamatory sentence. How to change this sentence into reported speech? Mr. Ram exclaimed that. Either we can write joy, it is fine. If you don't write also, it is fine. Mr. Ram exclaimed that the baby looked very cute in that dress. Why that here? Because the expression of a place and time changes. This changes into that. How cute the baby looks. The baby looked very cute in that dress. Why looked here? Because looks, baby looks. A simple present tense changed into simple past tense. Laura, oh yes, of course. Laura, oh yes, of course. Oh yes, of course. These are called as exclamatory words. Okay, these words we call it as exclamatory words, not exclamatory marks but exclamatory words. So these words we have to remove when we convert a sentence from direct to indirect speech. What it becomes? Laura exclaimed with agreement that she was very sure. Oh yes, of course. No? Oh yes, of course. Means which shows that the person is very sure. Laura exclaimed with agreement. She agreed. If you don't write agree also, it is fine. Laura exclaimed that must. Okay, that must. She was very sure. One more. Petra, how strange. When we convert this particular sentence into indirect speech, it becomes Petra exclaimed that it was a very strange. How strange changes into it was a very strange. We always use was. We should not use is. Okay, because reported speech always, if there is no helping verb is there, we always use past helping verb. Okay, here was is not a helping verb, it is a main verb. We know the rules, is it? If there is no main verb is there, helping verb we have to consider as a main verb. That's the reason we have to write Petra exclaimed that it was a very strange. Sometimes when we deal with direct and indirect speech, the exclamatory sentences, it looks little complicated, but actually it is not so. Just we have to remove punctuations as well as exclamatory marks, and we have to change exclamatory sentences into assertive sentences. That's all. See another example. Laura said, so do. What a coincidence. So do. Sometimes we feel that how to change this so do, what we have to do. I tell what we have to do. We have to simply remove this exclamatory words. See, Laura exclaimed that it was a great coincidence. Laura exclaimed that it was a great coincidence. We always use was, okay, for a reported speech. If this kind of sentences are there, what a coincidence, we have to write, we have to use was as a main verb, because if there is no main verb, the helping verb becomes main verb. Petra, poor Laura. Petra, poor Laura. Petra exclaimed that Laura was very poor. That's all. Petra exclaimed that Laura was very poor. Petra said, good heaven. Petra exclaimed with the surprise that it was very good heaven. Okay. Petra exclaimed with the surprise. If we write or if we don't write, it is fine. It is not wrong. Petra exclaimed that it was a very good heaven. Good heaven. Poor Laura. Okay, just we have to form a sentence there, like assertive sentence. Exclamatory sentence changes into assertive sentence. Laura, what an astonious lie. What is the meaning of astonious? This is great. Laura exclaimed that it was an astonious lie. No, an, okay, because A is there. Laura exclaimed that it was an astonious lie. Laura, well Petra, at last. Petra exclaimed that Petra had done very well at last. Okay, Laura exclaimed that Petra had done, okay, well Petra had done very well at last. Petra had done very well at last. Well changed into had done very well. Next, gorgeous, dear me, no. Dear me, no. One type of disagreement is it. How to change this particular sentence from direct to indirect speech? Borges exclaimed that he didn't agree at all. Okay, once again I say, Borges exclaimed that he didn't agree at all. Dear me, no changes into Borges didn't agree at all. Next sentence, Borges, dear me, no. But it is an excellent idea. How to convert this sentence into indirect speech? Borges exclaimed that he didn't agree. Okay. Dear me, no changes into he didn't agree. But it was an excellent idea. Okay. Two sentences are there, but it was an excellent idea. Okay. This mark indicates that this particular sentence is a exclamatory sentence. Next, he said, wow, that is amazing. How to convert this sentence from direct to indirect speech? He exclaimed that was amazing. Okay, we can write that also, we can write it also. It was amazing also, it is fine. Or you can also write that was amazing. You may get little confusion. Why two times I have written that and that? See, in direct speech, in a sentence, if you repeat two times the same word, it is considered as a wrong sentence. But indirect speech is not so. Okay, when in indirect speech you can repeat a word two times like that, etc. Because one that is considered as a linking verb here. Okay, another is considered as a, it is a subject. Once again I say, he exclaimed that was amazing. Instead of that you can write it was amazing. Donna, yet it is he. Donna exclaimed that it was he. Donna exclaimed that it was he. Laura, how very nice. Thank him for me. Okay, how very nice. Two sentences are there. Thank him for me. How very nice. Thank him for me. First sentence is what sentence? Exclamatory sentence. Is it? What is the second sentence? Thank him for me. It is a imperative sentence. Now to change this sentence from direct to indirect speech, Laura exclaimed that it was very nice. That it was very nice. How very nice changes into it was very nice. And suggested to thank him for him. And suggested to thank him for her. The second sentence is considered as a imperative sentence. Okay, suggested. Okay, suggested we can write, or requested also we can write if you wish. Next, Laura, why my cousin is never forget me. Okay, there is exclamatory. Here there is exclamatory marks is there. Laura, why my cousin is never forget me. It is not interrogative sentence. Though sentence begins with the WH word, but it is not interrogative sentence. What type of sentence it is? It is exclamatory sentence. Okay, why my cousin is never forget me? One type of surprise, is it? Laura exclaimed with the surprise that her cousin was never forget her. Okay, Laura exclaimed with the surprise. Okay, if you don't write with the surprise also it is fine. That her cousin was never forget her. Now last sentence. Laura, alas, how cruel have I been? Okay, what type of sentence it is? Exclamatory sentence. Alas, how cruel have I been? Laura exclaimed that she had been very cruel. Okay, Laura exclaimed with sorrow, or you can also write it Laura regretted. Laura regretted that she had been very cruel. Instead of exclaimed, you can write it regretted. Regretted that she had been very cruel. Why had been? Because have been changes into had been. Past perfect continuous tense changes. Present perfect continuous tense changes into past perfect continuous tense. Once again I repeat. Laura, alas, how cruel have I been? Alas exclaimed, or alas regretted that she had been very cruel. Okay, it is better to write regretted. Okay, it is better to write regretted that she had been very cruel. Is it clear? Once again I say, in this session I have taught you how to change an exclamatory sentence from direct to indirect speech. First I said what is exclamatory sentence? The sentences which expresses a sudden feeling and strong emotions are called as an exclamatory sentence. Also I explained some of the rules to change a sentence, exclamatory sentence from direct to indirect speech. That is, we have to write reporting verb exclaimed, or we can also write as a regretted. Okay, second, we have to use a linking verb that, and we have to remove all the punctuation marks, exclamatory word, interjection, and we have to convert this to exclamatory sentences into which sentence? Assertive sentence. This is the way we have to change the sentences, exclamatory sentences from direct speech to reported speech. Okay, my dear guys, if you have any doubt, you can call me and you can ask, or you can comment on the comment section and I'll answer your question, and I'll meet you in my next video.